Welcome back, and of course this afternoon we have a huge round of GDFL matches on, and none bigger than the 94.7 match of the day out of the Keith Barclay Oval. It's the North Geelong Magpies taking on the Belmont Lions, who are absolutely in great form. A little bit stiff last week, not to knock off the Bannockburn Tigers at Winter Resort. I reckon this will be an absolute ripper. Johnny?
Yeah, I think it will be. It'll be a ripping day. It's the 50th year anniversary for Belmont, but I think, honestly, North Geelong will just stamp their authority on the competition, and I think that they will do the Belmont Lions over in convincing fashion. This is a line in the game sand for the Belmont Lions. A line in the sand game for the Belmont Lions. That's probably better to say. That's probably better said. But honestly, they would be bitterly disappointed after their defeat last week, and I would suggest after today's game they'll even be more disappointed because they'll be equal with points with the Thompson Tigers. And watch out, Cogsy, we're coming.
Well, speaking of Cogsy, he's joined us on the set this morning. Cogsy, well, how are they going to go this afternoon, your Belmont Lions, mate?
I don't know, mate. I reckon it'll be a big day out there today.
They're supposed to say, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, it'll be a big day. Your blokes like him and Fergie and Pope and that, they'll all be comatose by half-time. There'll be nothing to do after half-time. But look, I'm a bit worried about North Geelong's form, actually. They got beat by Thompson a couple of weeks ago. They didn't get home by Werribee. I'm going to tip Belmont to win by 7 goals.
Well, good luck for the FC job tonight too, Cogsy. Keep yourself tidy this afternoon,
Ladies and gentlemen.
Alex, make some sense out of all this, mate.
Well, look, Belmont's geographically closer to my heart, Dick, so I'm going for the Lions as well. But talking of the celebrations, I believe they're also having a half-century team, the best of the last 50 years from the St Bernard's days as well. So it'll be interesting to see who gets selected.
Who's doing that?
Belmont Lions.
They'll only come up with 11 players.
They're not very nice, no.
No, I wish my clubs are best for Tay. It's a big occasion.
Just Alex, just a question. You know, if you're 50 years old, how do you come up with the team of the century?
Oh, it's a good question. No,
right,
not me personally, but team of the half century.
That's why I would have thought it would have been a team of the 50 years.
Half century. Is what I meant to say.
Team of the half century. Yeah, we've probably got it right.
65 to 2015.
I've got no idea what's going on.
Ask a question.
Out of Footrot Flats, it's the Anarchy Roos who are having a horror start to their season at the moment, taking on an all-rampaging Inverleigh Hawks who can do nothing wrong. Alex, I can't see Inverleigh turning the tables on the Roos this afternoon.
No, it looks like a pretty straightforward win for Inverleigh. But look, credit to Anarchy. I only just found out, I mentioned Bailey Ettrick is playing seniors for him last week, and I thought he was 18 years old. He's in fact just turned 16 years old. So that's an amazing effort by the young Roo boys, but Inverleigh for me, Dick.
Grubby.
Yeah, look, Inverleigh. Macca's got them going pretty well. They're sitting on top of the ladder. Anarchy, we'll wait till July 4th for Anarchy till we pick them. They'll win that day.
Phillies don't want to win that day,
They pass players that day, you know.
I've heard that. Mitch.
Yeah, look, I think Inverleigh are taking all before them, but Anarchy are on the right tram. They're blooding their kids. In a couple of years' time, we thought that they get 50 or 60 games under their belt, they'll be probably a pretty good side. I respect the fact that that's what they're doing, but Inverleigh will be far too strong today.
Were they disappointed against East last week? They pretty much were, weren't they?
Well, they probably were. It's difficult when you're young to have your form consistent, and they've got a very, very young team, and East Geelong certainly have, put a few building blocks in place, and they're going better. So at home, it didn't surprise me.
Fair enough.
Winchelsea Blues are having a pretty ordinary season at the moment. They take on the East Geelong Eagles, who have won 3 in a row, and I reckon they can make it 4 in a row this afternoon, Mitch.
Yeah, look, I have no doubt, Dick, that they'll make it 4 in a row. You can't lose 3/4 of your side and expect to be competitive the following year. East Geelong have certainly built over the last few weeks, 3 in a row, as you say. They've got all that momentum going forward. They've got a lot of new players, and they're gelling better as a team. So I just think they'll be far too strong for Winchelsea, even though it's at Winchelsea's home ground.
Eagles for you, Grubby?
Yeah, Eagles, and for all you smart Alex who 3 weeks ago basically wrote them off, and I said to them, no, East Geelong always start slowly, 3 in a row, now 4 in a row because they'll win today. They're coming home hard, and as I say, for all you smart Alex, they won't be too far away either.
Don't say smart Alex with Alex sitting beside you.
Well, I meant Dale Smith, actually.
All those smart Dales out there, that's what you're trying to say. Alex, I know East Geelong are close geographically to your heart as well.
Yeah, of course.
I suppose you reckon they'll win, mate?
Yeah, no, they will. And look, like Grubby has said on air, they had the 1 and 3 start or the zip and 3 start, whatever it was, but they've had that in recent years as well, and they've been able to respond well, and that's exactly what they're doing. So big win for the Eagles this afternoon.
Bull Roads lead to the Werribee Central's Duck Pond again when they take on the Tommy Tigers, who are in fantastic form at the moment. Grubby, you missed out on seeing your Werribee Central's boys last week. You were doing a little bit of work outside the football zone. You'll be looking forward to seeing the ball. Well, you won't be seeing it, but looking forward to your boys having a win, maybe against Thompson.
Well, you would love that. I haven't seen any of their games yet, Dick. With
You've been lucky.
Radio convinced, but
I just how come you haven't picked them for the rest of the day yet?
Well, that's coming past players. They're only going to get down there once. Look, they started to get some players back and then they lose a couple more, and they probably haven't got the depth to do that. Normally, down at the way I saw the games I've seen Thompson play, I was nearly going to pick Werribee to beat them down there, but the one that stays in my mind is how they beat North Geelong. I still don't know how they beat North Geelong Thompson, but if they can, then I think they can beat Werribee today.
Alex.
On paper, these two sides are very different to what we saw last year in terms of new recruits, and I'm picking Thompson simply because we have some very quality centremen for the Tigers ready to go, and I don't think Werribee's middle can keep up with them for 4 quarters.
Who are they, the Werribee middle?
Middle.
You don't know, do you?
Yeah,
Well, how do you know they can't keep up with them, you idiots?
Mitch, no doubt you're pretty excited, mate. The Tommy Tigers are going along all right at the moment.
Yeah, they certainly are, Dick. Their last month has been good. They, they pushed both Bannockburn and Inverleigh at their home grounds. They beat North Geelong and Saturday they beat Corio. Their form has been pretty strong. It's always difficult to beat Werribee at Werribee, always. We haven't, and this will be no different. It'll be a very tough game, and if they're not on their mettle, Thompson, if they think it's just going to be a walk in the park, they'll get beat. But I'm tipping that we lost Squizzy Taylor too. He came back last week after 6 games and done his hamstring. So the co-coach, so he looks like he's out for a fair amount of time. So we've lost a few more, but look, I just think that hopefully on today that will be too strong for Werribee, because if they're going to make a charge at the finals, today is when they start it.
Another game that was in contention, no doubt, for match of the day, the Bannockburn Tigers taking on Belpost Hill out of Victoria Park. I'll go to you first, Alex. This will be a fantastic game, I would think.
Yeah, I would think so as well. In round 1, I did think Bannockburn would slip in the 5, and so far so good. Having said that, they don't have the finals experience in their cattle that Belpost Hill does, so I'll go for the Panthers by a goal.
Grubby.
Real toss-up between the two games. This is going to be a great game. It just got pipped by the North Geelong game, but I'd say the Panthers too strong.
And Bannockburn Tigers do the unthinkable, Mitch.
No.
Oh, fair enough.
No, I think Belpost still very comfortably. Costello's certainly been a good inclusion for them, and I just think Belpost Hill should. Bannockburn were fantastic last week at Belmont, but I just think Belpost Hill will be too strong for them today.
At the Western Oval, the Geelong West Cheetahs taking on the Corio Devils. Two sides having a bit of a struggle at the moment. Can Corio win their first game, Mitch?
Look, one thing about Corio on last week's form, they're young and they try very, very hard. So I'm going to tip a bit of an upset today. I think Corio can just about beat West Geelong. I don't know why I've said that, but it's probably the battle of the wooden spoon, or not so much the wooden spoon, not quite. But I'm going to tip Corio today in a close one.
Grubby, in a word, Geelong West or Corio?
Geelong West.
Alex?
Cheetahs.
Cheetahs for you. Okay, well, that takes care of all the games on this afternoon. Now, I've got a cheerio, a very dear friend of mine up at Gordon, which is up near Bacchus Marsh there somewhere. Patricia McKee used to go to school with her, Mitch, actually.
You've got a lot of old friends, Dick.
All my friends are old at my age, mate. I can't do much about it. But Trisha's having just a bit crook at the moment, but she's coming well. But she watches our show every Saturday morning, so good on you, Trish. Lovely to see you, or lovely that you're watching the show. Once again, thanks for your company again, and Mitch, you enjoy your footy this afternoon.
Certainly will, Dick.
Grubby, good call out at the Keith Barclay Oval, mate.
Jason Habib, remember those extra scones and pies, because Grubby's coming, mate.
You've got to talk to Gladdy Coon, mate. She makes those scones, mate, and she'll be angry with you for saying some smutty mask about it. Don't worry about that. Alex, you enjoy or you're going to watch some Colts this morning?
Absolutely. I'm not going to say which game. It's a surprise for next week.
Oh, surprise.
I can't wait for one.
A game of polls. Good old game of polls. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Thanks for your company again, folks. We'll see you all again next Saturday morning. Hope your team wins. Bye for now.
We come together, the best from all the league, to show them how to play and form a mighty team. The pride of our region with all our favourite sons, never ever beaten, Australia's #1. We'll get the goals, boys, right from the jump. If we use some handball and never shirk a bump. So give it all your best as we answer to the call. Geelong in district football, the greatest league of all. Come together, the best from all the league, to show them how to play and form a mighty team. The pride of our region with all our favourite sons, never ever beaten, Australia's #1. We'll get the goals, boys, right from the jump.